bags of food. You look at the receipt. You see a 12% jump since last month. You feel that familiar heat in your chest. Therefore, you look across the street at your neighbor's driveway. A brand new Tesla is humming there. Your neighbor is sitting on the porch, staring at a phone. They aren't checking social media. They're watching AI dividends roll in. They own tiny digital slices of a massive automated system. You have $5,000 left in your savings account. Therefore, you have a choice to make. You can play it safe and watch that money rot, or you can bet it on a prediction market just to keep your head above water. The economy is not breaking, it is evolving. It is currently deciding if you are a player or if you are just the harvest for someone else. The March 2026 reality check. The news just dropped. A massive new wealth study is out. It confirms what you already feel in your gut. The economy has split into two directions. This is not a slow trend, it is a violent break. Half of the country feels safe. They own the machines, they own the digital tokens, they are on the side that goes up. But the other 50% are drowning. They're turning to high-risk gambling and prediction markets just to survive. You are standing right in the middle of that split. You are being sorted into a new class of people who own nothing. Think about your daily life. You work hard, you trade your time for a paycheck, but time is no longer the most valuable thing you can trade. The machines are faster than you. The algorithms are smarter than you. Therefore, the value of your work is dropping while the cost of your life is exploding. The two worlds. Look at the person to your left. Now look at the person to your right. According to the data, one of you is winning big. The other two are falling behind. This is the split. The winners are fueled by AI dividends. These people don't just work jobs, they own pieces of the robots that do the work for them. When you use an app to order food, they get a tiny payment. When you search for a flight, they get a slice of the fee. Their wealth grows while they sleep. But you are on the bottom. You are the one paying the tiny payments. You are the one providing the data. You are the serviced. You are the harvest. Your savings account used to be your safety net. Therefore, you felt a sense of peace. But inflation is a silent thief. It doesn't take your money all at once. It nibbles. It takes $1 here and $1 there. That $5,000 in your bank is worth less today than it was yesterday. The survival choice. You are facing a survival choice. It is a choice that your parents never had to make. If you play it safe, you lose. If you leave your money in a standard bank account, the split will pull you down. You will be sorted into the lower class by default. But if you want to stay in the game, you feel forced to gamble. You see people on your feed making 10 times their money on a prediction market. They're betting on the news, the weather, or the price of orange juice. It looks like a way out. Therefore, you are tempted. You think to yourself, if I stay here, I drown. If I jump, I might fly. This is the trap of 2026. There are those who own the machines and those who are used by them. You are currently being used. The machine owners. Why is your neighbor winning? It isn't because they work harder. It is because they changed how they use money. They don't save. They move their wealth into digital assets. These are small pieces of big things. They might own a tiny part of a data center. They might own a fraction of a robotic delivery fleet. Therefore, when the world gets more expensive, they get richer. They are on the right side of the split. You look at your $5,000, it feels like a joke compared to a robot fleet. But that is exactly how the system wants you to feel. It wants you to feel small. It wants you to feel like your only option is a moonshot bet. The sorting hat. The economy is acting like a sorting hat. It is looking at what you own. It is looking at your skills. It is looking at how you spend your time. If you spend your time working for a wage, you are being sorted down. If you spend your money on things that lose value, you are being sorted down. But if you find a way to own a piece of the automation, you get pulled up. This isn't about being rich or poor anymore. It is about being a player or being the harvest. The harvest is what a farmer picks. Right now, your debt, your data, and your work are the harvest. You pay interest on your credit card. Therefore, you are the harvest for the bank. You watch ads on your phone. Therefore, you are the harvest for the tech giants. You pay 12% more for eggs. Therefore, you are the harvest for the grocery store. The prediction market trap. Because you feel like you're being used, you want to fight back. You open a betting app. You see a bet. Will AI reach human-level coding by June? The odds are high. If you put your $5,000 in, it could turn into $50,000. That $50,000 would change your life. It would put you on the winning side. But here's the truth. Betting markets are designed to harvest you too. They take your fear and turn it into profit for the house. If you bet it all, you're not becoming a player. You're just becoming a bigger crop for the farmer. The new underclass. What does it look like to be in the new lower class? It looks like a life of monthly bills. You don't own your car, you pay for a ride. You don't own your software, you rent it. You don't own your home, you pay a corporation for the right to live there. Everything you do puts a dividend in someone else's pocket. The new study shows that half of all people are already living this way. They have given up on owning things. They have accepted that they are the class that gets used. But you haven't accepted that yet. That is why you are frustrated. That is why that grocery bill makes you angry. You still remember when $5,000 meant something. So what? You cannot win the old game. The old game of work, save, retire is dead. The split killed it. Therefore, you have to learn the new game. The new game is not about betting at all. It is about changing your status from harvest to owner. You have to stop being the one who is used and start being the one who owns a piece of the machine. This doesn't happen overnight. It starts with your $5,000. You have to decide, is this money a bet or is it seed? If you treat it like a bet, you are likely to lose it. But if you treat it like seed, you can start to grow your own piece of the winning side. The choice. You are standing in your kitchen. The bags of groceries are on the counter. The receipt is in your hand. Across the street, the Tesla is still humming. You can be angry at your neighbor. You can be angry at the system. You can be angry at the machines. But anger is just another way to use you. It feeds the algorithms. It doesn't help you. The economy is currently deciding what you are. It is sorting you right now. Are you going to be the harvest for someone else, or are you going to become a player in the new world? The choice isn't about one big bet. It is about 100 small decisions. It is about moving your money, your time, and your attention away from being used and towards owning. You have $5,000.